Let's turn to Osun State, where a former deputy governor of the state and coordinator, Asiwaju Superwomen, Titilayo Laoye-Ponnle, has again assured Nigerians of a secured and economically viable country if Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is elected president of Nigeria. Titi Laoye-Ponnle was speaking at an engagement meeting with coalition of support groups for the party's presidential candidate, which held at the SWAGA campaign office in Osogbo, the state capital. We have details in this report.
Seated in this auditorium are coordinators and chairmen of support groups for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. The strategic engagement is the first of its kind, aimed at discussing ways to convert the number of support groups into votes in the February 25th presidential election. One after the other, coordinators of the various political support groups present their scorecards. Addressing the participants, Titi Laoye-Ponnle says the former Lagos State governor is a candidate to beat, considering his unprecedented achievements in Lagos. She said members of her group are already working in their various units to deliver 95% of votes from the Southwest for the APC presidential candidates.
So we have various groups in each ward. So what we have directed them to do is to work on each of these groups in each unit. And there is no unit in the Southwest and in Osun State. There's no unit that you don't have different segments of groups.
I strongly believe that we are fully prepared. This is just one of those check-up meetings to know the stage of things with every coordinators in the state. But even if tomorrow is election, believe me, we are very ready.
For the deputy director in the Directorate of Support Groups of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Ayomi Dima, she urged coordinators of the various groups and their members to intensify their efforts.
We are going into each local government to see the PUMs, those are polling unit mobilizers, for each support group in every local government in the state of Osun. By the end of the exercise, we will be able to say clearly how many people are working for Asiwaju Tinubu in every local government, every polling unit in this state.
We are still going to continue having more meetings before the rally, after the rally, towards the election, and for the election proper.
The strategic meeting, according to the convener, Ayomi Dima, will be a continuous exercise to ensure the party's presidential candidate emerge victorious at the polls. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Osogbo.
Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak has sworn in Justice Abiodun Adebara as acting Chief Judge of the state some hours after Justice Sulaiman Duroshin Kawu bowed out. And the governor said the development reaffirms the administration's absolute respect for separation of powers and the rule of law. Well, also coming from Kwara, Senator Smart Adeyemi of Kogi West is mobilizing Kogi indigents who reside in Kwara State to vote for candidates of the All Progressives Congress, especially its presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. And this is just a Social Democratic Party senatorial candidate of Kwara South, Professor Wale Sulaiman, says the party is set to build a new and progressive district if elected. Ibrahim Alege reports.
Smart Adeyemi is a serving APC senator from Kogi State, while Professor Wale Sulaiman is aspiring to be in the red chamber of the National Assembly to represent the people of Kwara South on the platform of the Social Democratic Party. Both of them are canvassing for votes for their respective parties. Adeyemi is here in Kwara State to canvass votes for the APC presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Addressing Kogi indigents resident in Kwara State, Senator Adeyemi says Asiwaju Tinubu remains the real deal for the presidential election.
Asiwaju is not a man who is sentimental. Asiwaju is visionary. That was not in doubt. By all consideration, standing high taller than others in intellect, in capacity, in exposure, in education, in antecedent, in every consideration. Asiwaju and Shetima, they are the best. Look at the track record of all the candidates contesting. And from the track record, you will know the candidate to choose. You will know who will deliver. You know who has the best track record. And the candidate that has the best track record is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
In the meantime, the Social Democratic Party senatorial candidate for Kwara South, Professor Wale Suleiman, is promising to guarantee progress, genuine development, and effective representation if elected. Unveiling his Kwara South prosperity agenda in Ilorin, Professor Suleiman says it is time for the people to choose the best to represent them.
I enjoin all men and women of goodwill, leaders of influence, all electorates in Oyun, Ofa, Ekiti, Ukero, Isin, Irepodo, and the fellow local government areas to ride the horse with us to a guaranteed destination of progress, genuine development, effective representation, and restored hope and happiness to our people.
We are going to win all our seats by the special grace of God. And I, as a person, as a candidate for contesting for your fellow House of Reps under SDP, I'm going to focus, my major focus will be unemployment and infrastructures and economic development of our area.
It's less than 7 weeks to the general election, and while the ruling APC is working hard to retain the power, other political parties such as the SDP are equally working to ensure that they upstage the ruling party. Ibrahim Malige, TVC News, Ilorin.
In Adamawa State, the APC Youth Mandate Group has pledged to mobilize 2 million votes for Tinubu, Shatima, and other candidates of the party in the next month general elections. Addressing a press conference in Yola, leader of the group thanked President Buhari's administration for bringing more developmental projects to the state, as well as considering many indigenes in his appointments. He, however, appealed to Asiwaju Tinubu to involve young people in nation building if elected.
We congratulate our presidential candidate, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and employ him to continue with the project of His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari in our dear state, appointing and allocating various positions to the sons and daughters of our dear state. However, we employ His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to appoint more youth to bridge the demographic gap of leadership in our dear state.
Adamawa APC Youth Mandate Group is a group that brought together all the APC youths in Adamawa State, and we've mobilized over 2 million members, youths in Adamawa State, and we're making sure we deliver APC, Jagaban, Senator Aishatu Binani, and all our candidates in Adamawa State.